Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to do an overview of day 1 and day 2 of rehearsals Eurovision 2024. This will not be a prototypical reaction video because you could see me react in real time on ESC United live stream. I invite all of you to join us in the following days as well. But for now, I will just give you my opinion if you haven't been on the live stream, and I will tell you a sentence or two, or probably more, about each country that performs in semifinal 1, how I saw and felt what we've seen, the pictures, the TikTok rehearsal, and the description from the live blog. So we're starting with Cyprus, and I'm gonna say that Cyprus will struggle, in my opinion, to survive. Because as the opener, it kind of gives them the advantage in the semifinal, but then everything that follows kind of overshadows Cyprus. Cyprus has white outfits. Dancers eventually take off their shirts. Oh, people will love that. But we don't really have anything spectacular. There are no props, if I remember correctly. There is no special effects either, so it's just a backdrop with them dancing on stage. And while that is good for what it is, in like 10 years ago that would be enough, and if that would be executed well, that would be totally enough to qualify. But at this point, Eurovision has come a long way, and you just need to be impactful enough to grab the audience, and I'm not sure that Cyprus is able to do that at this point. She sounds good, she sings well, and she is dancing. I saw that at one point in the clip. But yeah, I'm hoping for good camera action, and then maybe it could. I know that I put it in the qualifiers in my prediction video, but now I'm not sure. I'm not sure anymore. Second in the running order is Serbia. So Teodora wears a purple dress that I really like. I've seen some criticism on the dress. I like the dress. I like her hair as well. And they brought a huge rock as the big prop on stage, and she's kinda lying on the rock and all that. Lots of smoke on stage. Predominant black and purple colors. I think it will be a moment. Some people are saying it's gonna get forgotten. I think it still stands a chance, but spot 2 will kind of hurt its result in the grand scheme of things. I believe that with better running order it would finish higher. I still believe it's gonna be enough to qualify. Then third is Lithuania, and Lithuania is the one that changed the least, I'm gonna say. So it's the only performance and visual that didn't really change much from the national final. He wears the same clothes. Dancers have these masks on their face, which is kind of mode of the year. Everybody's doing that, like all dancers are faceless for some reason. There is some difference in the visual. They've added some blue and black, but overall it looks like a copy-paste situation, so there is not much to talk about that. But one thing that I noticed is that Lithuania was kind of very low at the polls, both online and press center and all those different kind of polls that exist. So I'm not seeing that much of a hype for Lithuania at this point, but I know that it will still probably qualify because it's a good enough package and people like it. Then fourth is Ireland, and Ireland is my biggest surprise of the first half of day 1. That staging looks brilliant. Love the candles, love the man that is with them on stage. What I've read on the blog seems like they're gonna have they're gonna be both dancing and will have some kind of artistic value to their like interaction. It's gonna be interesting for sure. And those images look stunning. Bambi Tag's outfit is not too out there as I feared it might be. So if they keep this, I believe that should be fine and it will not scare too many people. I love that kind of expression in performance. So vocally, I'm absolutely sure it's gonna be great. And I'm curious about the final growl because the live blog said that the candle circle kind of lifts up, and yeah, I'm definitely into that. And I'm still not sure if that is enough to qualify because it's so divisive, but then I'm thinking, yes, divisive, and people who love it will absolutely call for it because there's nothing else. They don't have anyone else to give their votes to. So I'm confident that Ireland might qualify at this point. It's like Hatari situation, you know? I wasn't sure back then in 2019, and this is the closest, at least in terms of how niche it is, and it is kind of dark and, you know, scary. So well, we'll see. But Ireland, absolutely huge step forward. Ukraine, also a step forward. I was scared that Ukraine is gonna be just like, okay, we're gonna again wear nothing and be just like there on stage doing nothing. And I'm glad that's not happening. They've done something with the styling, they've done something with the staging. I love what they're wearing. I love what I read in the live blog. The live performance or the TikTok of the rehearsal doesn't show too much, but I'm intrigued and I'm happy that Ukraine stepped up a little bit and that they tried to do something with their performance. It's still easily qualifying. There's no doubt about that. And then we're coming to Poland, another pleasant surprise of day one. They brought huge like tower chess pieces on stage, and we have three dancers in, again, faceless dancers, in black, red and white, and Luna has white and red outfit. Visually it looks really good, but I'm still reserved with her vocals. We have to see if that's gonna work and what kind of interaction she's gonna have with those dancers. What are they gonna be doing on the towers? What will the towers be doing? Maybe they will also do something. Yeah, very curious about that. I didn't know what to expect from Poland, and I'm glad they're doing something like this. So Poland, again, pleasantly surprised. And I kind of said they might not qualify, but knowing how strong Polish televote is and Polish diaspora, I think they might have a chance. So that means somebody needs to go out, and I'm not sure who's that. So it's gonna be interesting. Croatia finished day one, and with Croatia there are no surprises. He changed his outfit a little bit. I like the traditional elements that both him and the dancers and the drum player have. So all of them have different kind of embroiderment on their clothes. So I love that. The styling kind of changed as well. He also changed his hair a little bit, but the performance wise I think it looks the same. They tweaked a little bit the LED screens, I believe, and we've seen in the TikTok rehearsal video that they're doing the choreography. I'm still not on board calling that choreography, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, Croatia is still one of the big favorites, and I'm relieved because I've heard him singing, not in the rehearsal clip, but on some other Instagram clip. He's really nailing the notes. So his work with the vocal coach paid off, and now I'm again confident that we might win this. So fingers crossed, Zagreb 2025, I'm waiting for all of you to come and we're gonna have party of our lives. That concludes day one. I would say my biggest surprises are Ireland and Poland because I didn't expect them to elevate so much. My biggest disappointment would be Cyprus because it just looks too simple. And that's pretty much it. Let's move on to day two. We opened with Iceland. As much as I've seen, Iceland remained pretty much the same as in the national final. We have her in outfit similar to Ireland last year. They just said it's the same but not so tight, and I kind of see it. Well, she sings well, but that's not qualifying. I believe Iceland is a candidate for last in the semi, and that's just how it is. I'm sorry, but there were better options in the national final, and that's all I'm gonna say. Then we have Slovenia, and oh my god, I'm so scared for Slovenia. Slovenia is in my top 5 this year. And these visuals, while I love them, I'm scared it might not work well live. It looks rather bright, and these like dancers in these nude costumes dancing around her, you know, it's a contemporary expression, so it kind of looks like, oh, they're just hugging each other. I kind of get that. But she is still the focal point. She's in the center and she's in charge. What gives me hope is that she's absolutely smashing those last few high notes in the last chorus, so maybe that will be enough. I hope that the visuals will be better when we get the actual camera angles. I will say fast forward, Portugal is by far the best package of today, and Portugal kind of overshadowing Slovenia at this point, and then we had Serbia all the way back there at the beginning of the semi. I'm afraid that Slovenia might not make it. That thought scares me, but I will stay optimistic. I kind of expected more. I expected a better backdrop, to be honest, but hey, we will see. At this point, it's okay, but we need something. We need something more, okay? Finland, I will not waste time. It's a copy-paste from the national final. I don't see any difference. It's what it was, and it's gonna qualify, and that's it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm not happy with that fact, but I guess if you all like it, you're gonna have it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about Finland. I still don't like the outfit of the 95 Windows man, whatever his name is. I don't like the gimmick of him being in those tongs, and you know, some of my friends told me like you could see things, and I didn't check and I didn't look because I don't want to see those things. And why do we need that really? Is that our key to get into the final? No. Somebody said that the lead singer is singing in a higher register, so that's a change, but other than that, it's the same as it was. Moving on to Moldova. Moldova has a pretty nice visual backdrop, so several elements that are changing, and she still has her weapon. She's alone on stage now, but it again looks really static. She's just standing, clapping, and she's playing her violin. The wings come in the backdrop, and that's it. I don't think that's enough to qualify. It's an improvement from the national final, but it's not gonna make it, in my opinion. Azerbaijan, I still don't have a clear opinion on Azerbaijan because I believe that the backdrop that they have with the hands or whatever that was, that would fit perfectly to Slovenia. and I would put that in the Slovenian staging and performance. Azerbaijan kind of looks empty to me, because we have that backdrop and then we have both of them standing in different parts of the stage just singing and doing nothing. At least from the clips that I've seen and the pictures. Yeah, the outfits, black and gray with black, gray and blue background, it just kind of blends into the whole arena, and I don't know. I really don't know. Some people are convinced it's qualifying, and those people are not, like from Azerbaijan. Some of my friends are convinced they might qualify. I don't see it. I don't know what sorcery needs to happen for Azerbaijan to qualify. Maybe I'm blind, but then we have Australia, and oh god, Australia. My problem with Australia is that we have this combination of traditional elements. We have didgeridoo on stage. We have I believe, I'm gonna say, don't hold me accountable of what I'm saying right now because I'm not sure, but I saw one image of a person that looks like native person playing didgeridoo, and then we have our two performers. And the live blog talked a lot about colorful like design on the dress in rainbow colors, and I don't really know how that goes together with the native culture and the Aboriginal culture and that representation. It just looks like they are forcing to combine two things that don't really go together in any way, in my opinion. And the background, it's like swirly, so from the pictures it looks like nothing, but I believe it's gonna be more effective when we have motion and when we have a video. I don't know, I still think Australia will qualify, but I'm not sure about the execution, and I'm not sure if that's gonna work. In my mind, it just doesn't click together as a whole. So yeah, we will see. Portugal is my winner of day 2, absolutely dominated and obliterated the whole competition. Wow, where to start? First, I love that they kept the white outfits. Again, we don't see the faces of dancers. Like, imagine telling to your friends or family or whoever you meet, you know, I performed at Eurovision, I was a dancer. Like, I'm that person, you don't see me and you can't really tell that it's me, but I've been there, yeah, trust me. I'm dancer number 4. So it's kind of, I don't know, do they do that because they don't want to draw attention from the actual performer or singer? I have no idea. Anyways, what Portugal is doing and what amazes me is that they are finally the first country who are using the stage layout. So they're using the cube above, and they lower it down, but they don't lower the huge chunk like the whole cube, but rather one part of it like a disc, and that narrows down the staging even more, creating this little let's call it a piece of stage that they use for their performance, and is the same idea like Portugal 2022, and that worked so well. The contemporary dancing, we've seen it in Slovenia as well, but in Portugal it's a whole another level, and that's why I said I think Portugal beat Slovenia in that aspect, because I believe it's more or less copy-paste in terms of choreography and what they're doing. Maybe they will do something different, but overall impression is really positive, and seeing Portugal out of the qualifiers in the odds, just I have no arguments of why is that so. So I don't care about the odds at this point, because now I'm believing my eyes and what I see and what I hear, and Portugal is absolutely qualifying. I don't see a way that doesn't make it, unless something goes horribly live. but I don't expect that's gonna happen because this is ready from the national final already. So yeah, great job, Portugal. And Luxembourg in the end. First, my huge criticism, but I've seen that this is not the final outfit. I hope it's not, because what she's wearing right now, what she wore in this first rehearsal, is not good, to say the least. It's just a black, plain black bodysuit with absolutely no structure, no details, nothing. Like, she would blend with the curtain if she would stand next to the curtain. I don't know what was the idea behind that, and I hope she changes that, because what is that? Second, dancers have beautiful outfits with kind of red, orange, pink mashup of colors and tones. And then we have like fiery staging backdrop, at least. And she kind of blends in that staging, and that is my issue, because she's wearing plain black without anything else, no details, no nothing. And I don't understand why dancers wouldn't be in black and she in red. So she would be the focal point of the performance. She will be the center of the stage. She would stand out this way. She does stand out from the dancers when she's around them, but in general, when the camera was panned out, she just, like, you could see the face, and that's it. Because there was that one picture where everything is pitch black and you don't really see her at all. I don't get the idea behind that, and I hope they will change her outfit. But what is important is that they have, let's call it a deconstructed cube on stage as a prop. And what reminds me of that cube is 2021 Switzerland. If you remember, there were these like panels that were moving around. I don't expect this one will be moving, but they are starting in that panel. So it's a opening shot is dancers and her standing in front and in the cube, which is kind of interesting, and I'm glad that they brought something different. Yeah, overall, day two, my winner is absolutely Portugal. And like, it's not really a surprise, so I will not put it in the surprise category, but I will say it was the best. My biggest grower, or the country that surprised me the most, I don't know really what to say, because most of it was expected, so I'm gonna say Australia, just because I didn't know what they're gonna do, and what they're doing is not bad, it's just not right for me, but I'm gonna say it's the biggest surprise for me. And the biggest disappointment, I'm gonna say Finland, because it's the same as the national final. And I will add Azerbaijan to that, because I don't get the concept and I don't see the vision at this point. So those would be some of my thoughts about day two. Overall, I think, like, some people are saying first half is completely qualifying and then we're getting three from from the second half. I don't see that happening. That has never happened before. And the casualties of the first half, to me right now, are Cyprus. And I know some people will be upset about this, but Lithuania. I know people love it, but I don't see hype. I don't see people talking about it. I don't see anything. And it's early in the running order. Ireland comes after. Ireland will definitely overshadow anyone who was before it. And then there are some heavy songs, Ukraine, Croatia, you know, even Finland I have to put in here, Portugal, like, those are qualifying, and I don't know if Lithuania can survive all that. Then there is Poland, who might struggle or might actually succeed. We've seen that it was first in the polls, so it even beat Croatia, so can Poland actually qualify? From second half, casualties, probably Iceland and Moldova. I don't see them advancing at all, like, no chance. Azerbaijan, I would add Azerbaijan to that group, and then for anyone else, it's an open race. I really don't know what's gonna happen. There will be some damage after the second rehearsals, and then we will be able to maybe have better vision of who's gonna make it. I still think Serbia, Slovenia, Portugal, we're getting at best 2 of them, if not 1. I'm not happy with that because all 3 of them are in my top 10. Spoiler alert, yes, I love ballads and these ballads speak to me and I want them all in the final, but I'm afraid that's not gonna happen, and after these rehearsals I'm actually pretty sure it's not gonna happen. I really don't know. These were my thoughts about day 1 and day 2 of rehearsals of Eurovision 2024. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How did you like it? Who are your favorites? Who disappointed you? Who surprised you? Whatever comes to mind, write it down. I will see you in the next video. That's gonna be in 2 days. I will combine again days 3 and 4, and we're gonna talk about second semi-final. Until that video, bye.